Okay, 5 things you may not know about the Maze Runner. First of all, it took me about 3 or 4 years to write that thing, much longer than people probably would guess. In fact, from the time I wrote the first one, the first version of it, until the time I sold it to Random House, I wrote 2 other books in between. So it took a long time to finally get published. And the second thing is that Maze Runner was rejected by a lot of publishers in the beginning, and I worked really hard to do some rewrites and to make it much better before we sold it to Random House. The third and fourth thing, there's a couple of things that weren't in the original version. One is the Glader language, which I went back and added so that the way they spoke to each other would have its own flavor, since this story is set in the future and they're isolated. And I'm glad I did, because a lot of people have enjoyed the Glader language. And a scene that was not in the original was the banishment of Ben, which I added later because I really wanted to show how orderly and how law-abiding this society was trying to be, and that they were willing to go to extreme measures to make sure people obeyed the laws. And I'm so thrilled I added that scene, because not only is it one of people's favorite scenes, it's amazing in the movie. I can't wait for everyone to see it in the movie. And the final thing is that people ask me over and over and over, who is Min Ho named after? Because everyone else is pretty obvious. Well, because the book's in the future, I purposely wanted at least one character to have a name that's based on someone who doesn't even exist yet. So that's why Min Ho is someone that no one knows. And some very useless trivia for you. He's named after my niece's husband from Korea, Min Ho.